T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Mess with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I never held him.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you alive? God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and it's morning time. It's morning time. I'm awake. I promise. I'm awake. I made it. Here we are. We did it. Let me check something real quick. Okay, that's good. All right. What's up? Good morning, people. Good morning. Do you guys have your coffee? I do not, unfortunately. Not yet. But I will soon. I will have my coffee soon. But it's Friday. Or no, it's Thursday. Oh, it's Thursday. Why was I thinking it was Friday? Oh well. Another day. But yeah, I wanted to jump back on here. I wanted to do horror talk and coffee because it has been a minute since I came on during the day and we've just talked horror news. I feel like I'm so far behind on horror news, or at least talking about it with you guys. You know, I do check it out as things come out, and there's a lot of cool stuff that's going on right now, and you know, we haven't really been talking about it on the channel, which is different. I know Stranger Things dropped a trailer yesterday. Needless to say, I'm very excited about that. But before I jump into anything, sorry, morning voice, right? Before I jump into anything, let me see who's talking in the chat so I can say hello to you guys. And then we'll get started because, as you know, Horror Talk and Coffee is always chat driven show. I do have a few things that, I do want to talk about. Stranger Things. But, other than that, there's a few other things. If you guys don't bring it up, I'll bring it up. But yeah, definitely. So let's see who we have in the chat. I see that Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying, hello, Michael. Let's go, Jerry. What's up, buddy? Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you, sir. And he's also reminding everybody to smash that like button. Yeah, if you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you doing? Go click it. Click the like button. Sarah Campbell's in the chat as well, saying I work from home and can take lunch whenever, so I plan my morning around this stream. Sarah, that's awesome. That is so freaking awesome. Thank you for that, and I hope you're having a great day at work. I have about an hour and 20 minutes that I can spend here, and then I have to get ready for work myself. So happy Thursday and good morning. I see the Polar's in the chat as well. What's up, Polar? What's going on? She's saying hey to everybody. What's up, Polar? I hope you're having a great day. Good to see you here, my friend. Good to see you here. I hope that you are doing well. And did I get everybody chatting? I did not, because Melissa is in the chat as well saying good morning, everybody. What's up, Melissa? Good morning. Happy Horror Talk and Coffee Day. It doesn't sound right. I'll work on that. I'll definitely work on that for sure. But what's up, Melissa? I hope you're having a great day so far. I know that it's early. But I literally woke up like, I don't know, 45 minutes ago, if that. But yeah, but it's whatever. It's whatever. So what are we getting into, you guys? Besides Stranger Things, we'll hit that in a couple minutes. I do promise. But I do want to bring something up, while you guys are working on what we're going to talk about. So this dropped, and it was actually dropped in our mod chat and Instagram as well too. What about that guy dying with Annabelle, right? Like that whole deal. Like, do you make the connection? Do you not? Like that's just another one of those mysteries of Annabelle, where it could be, where it couldn't be. The paranormal investigator. I'm looking at the article right now while I'm talking to you guys. It's not like I have this memorized or anything. But Dan Riviera. I read this article, I don't know, a couple days ago, and they said that he was touring with Annabelle, and he passed away at 54. Like, how crazy is that, right? You look at coincidence, and then there's some times where you have to say, is it coincidence? Is it not? You're always going to have you're always going to have the people that say it was related. You're always going to have the people that say it wasn't. I have tickets to see Annabelle, right? Am I still going to do it? Maybe. Probably. Yes, I paid for it. I'm going to do it. But something happens to me, you guys will know it was connected or not. Who knows? Who knows? I see that Val is in the chat as well, saying good morning to all you wonderful people. Good morning. Good morning. Val always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. She is the general. What's going on, Val? I hope you're doing well, my friend. And good morning. Good morning. Let's see. I see that Paula is in the chat as well, saying good morning, everyone. Good morning, Paula. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you here. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, so it's like, that's the guy, right? Like in all of the Annabelle videos, that's, well, at least the ones that I've seen. I know that there's probably more out there that I haven't seen, but he's the guy handling the doll. The guy that's like, oh, be careful, you can't do this with the doll. So he obviously knew what he was doing with it. And I don't know, you guys. I don't know. The skeptic in me is just like, there was that stuff earlier this year too, where they talked about in Louisiana with the stuff that happened when Annabelle was there, and of course, it was disproven, and then there was the whole thing, Annabelle had gone missing. Yeah, okay, and then that was disproven, and then this happens. It's, what? It's weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna just be 100% honest, that whole situation is weird. right? It's weird. And then, you know, the skeptic in you is saying, come on, Michael, you know, like, come on now, really? And then, you know, there's the paranormal person in you. It's like, fuck that doll. Like, I'm not getting near that damn doll. Like, you cannot. No. So I'm 50-50 with it, to be honest. And you know me, I don't like to toe both sides of the line. I usually have an opinion one way or another, but this is one I'm actually split on. So this is yeah, I don't know which way I want to go with this one, to be honest with you. And that's not Michael trying to appeal to both sides. No, that's Michael trying to make up his fucking mind, is what it is. Because I'm really not sure what to make of it for sure. But we're here to talk about. I know that you guys want to talk about Stranger Things today. Do you know how I know that you guys want to talk about Stranger Things today? Do you know how I know? Well, there's one comment right here from Val that says, did someone say Stranger Things? Well, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did. And we are going to talk about Stranger Things. So that's definitely something that I wanted to jump into this morning. How about that trailer, you guys? Look, I want to know what you guys think in the chat of the trailer. And I'll tell while I'm waiting for you guys to reply to that. I'm definitely going to tell you what I feel. So they did one thing I noticed right away, all right, about that trailer is they did a very good job. And you know, trailers are they usually don't do great jobs, but they did a very good job at not giving us a definite is Max okay answer, right? You saw, you know, the scene of Lucas holding her hand and, you know, he was crying. So very, very close to what we had from season 4 and that whole situation, the way that was. There was also a scene that I noticed. Now, I only watched the trailer twice. Okay. I watched it last night when I got home and passed out. I was exhausted yesterday. And then this morning, before the show, I wanted to watch it one more time. And I did. And the second time on the watch, I noticed that there was a scene where they were hiding from a Demogorgon and Lucas was holding Max, but she was not up and moving around. You know, she was laying there. So that kind of led me to believe that she was not awake yet, or it didn't give me an answer either way. Right. More than likely she wasn't, you know, just based off of what, you know, I watched from that she was not awake yet. So I feel like the trailer did a very, very good job at not giving you an idea of what's going on with that situation. I'm one of those people that, as much as I love Stranger Things, you know, I do. I'm one of those people. I love that show so much that I didn't. You notice I haven't been doing shows on it. I haven't been doing videos talking about it. And I've done that for a reason. I've done that because there are things that I don't want to know. I don't want to know what I'm going to watch before I watch it. This show is it's one of my favorite shows. And with that, I know that I missed out on a ton of videos that I could have done for the channel, a ton of conversations I could have had for the channel as build up and stuff like that. But there's something about not knowing what you're about to see than sitting there watching something and being like, yep, it happened. We knew it was going to happen. And there it was. It happened. I don't know. There's just something about seeing something without it being ruined. You know what I mean? And I always bring that back, you know, and I'm just briefly going to touch on this because it's not what we're here to talk about today. Was granted Halloween Kills and the whole firefighter thing, right? I bring that up when I talk about trailer spoilers and stuff like that, because the difference in seeing that and knowing it was going to happen versus seeing it for the first time, I think would have been huge. You know, I think it would have been absolutely amazing, but you know, they gave away all of that in the trailer. And so as awesome as that was in Kills, you know, it was something that you already knew was going to happen. So again, back to Stranger Things and this trailer, they did a fantastic job of not only getting you pumped up and building you up for the fight that they're about to have, they gave you nothing. Like nothing. Like you there's a fight. That there's a bonding moment with all of them. And that's something that they've had throughout the show. So that's nothing new, but there is something that was said. They said this is what brings us together. This is what's happened. And it kind of made me think too a little bit, to where, say they defeat the Upside Down in total. I'll just, say the Upside Down. We'll include Vecna, we'll include, Demogorgons, we'll include all of it. What will keep them together, right? Like what will keep them like locked up as friends and close to each other. It does seem like, between every season they tend to go their separate ways, and it's always that brings them back together. So what is it that's going to keep like that's it? This is the end of an era, like a frustrating era. Now let's not skip over that, right? What has it been? 2 years since season 4 ended. And we're still waiting until November. So at that time, we're looking at roughly around 2.5 years that we had to wait for the season, the show finale season. And man, like, it's smart, but yet at the same time, it's somewhat frustrating. Somewhat frustrating for the simple fact that smart on their behalf, for the simple fact that all of us have to go back and probably rewatch season 4 before season 5 starts, just because there's been time, right? There's been a lot of time, and you don't want to miss any details. It's just how we are. That's how we're nerdy like that, and there's nothing that we want to see happen, and then us not get the reference that they were talking to. Or talking about with it. So yeah, am I going to rewatch season 4 before November? Yes. Am I going to rewatch all of them before November? There's no, yeah, of course I am. Yes, I am. Guaranteed. I'm going to go back through it all. I'm probably going to go back through it all on Patreon, actually, and post each one that I watch, so the Patreon members can see me freaking out all over again. I think that'll be fun. But sorry guys, I got on a little tangent there. Let me go ahead and get into the chat here. Val was saying there's no way in hell I would go near that doll with that guy dying. It's like, well, Jerry brings up, I wonder how his health was. Jerry, you're speaking my language, buddy. You are, because that's 50% of one way or the other of me going. It's like you want to try to debunk things, right? Things that you're going to hear about, but you're not going to know for sure. It's always going to be shrouded in mystery. I think something like this is never going to get a definite answer. Like, oh no. Now, if somebody was like, hey, this guy died, and they're like, what happened? Did Annabelle kill him? It's like, no, he got shot, or he fell down the stairs. Then it's like, well, you could make an argument that Annabelle pushed him down the stairs, but 9 times out of 10, Annabelle's not going to shoot him. So that would kind of give you some definite, one way or the other, but they're not going to do that, buddy. And I don't know. Regardless of what they say about his health, are people going to believe it? Are they going to say, oh no, they're just saying? There's so much with that, man. We're opening a can of worms here, Jerry. I'm an overthinker, so you're seeing it live on camera right now. It's happening. Val is saying the trailer was amazing. Well, the trailer should be gave away nothing. It's story-wise, it did. It didn't. You're right. It didn't give away anything. We still have all the questions we've had going into season 5 after seeing the season 5 trailer. If I said that right. So there's nothing to me that I was wondering that was answered through this, and I don't feel like anything was spoiled. It was great to see the gang back together, and it just looks like it's going to be an absolute blast. You see that little moment with Hopper and Eleven, and he's just like, one more time, like one more time, and you get that moment too, where Hopper's got the 2 grenades. Like, oh, look, Murray got a little spot. I don't know how much you guys know about how much I love that character, Murray, right? Murray got his little like 1/4 of a second through there. And I've always said, a lot of people are speculating that a lot of the characters in this season are going to not make it, right? That they're not going to make it. And that's what, look, you got to take people. I get it. It's fine. You want to build emotion. I understand. But if you take Murray doesn't go. Michael riots if Murray goes. Sarah's saying it was so good. It gave us enough to get me hooked, but didn't give away too much. Yeah, I mean, excuse me. The music was great for it. You know, the way the trailer was set up, the way that it was laid out, it really built the momentum through it, right? It got you amped up. It was like a hype video. That's what it was to me. Like, it was a Stranger Things hype video. And when it was over, my first thought was, let's fucking go, man. Let's go. You know, and then of course November 26th pops up, and I immediately look at the calendar like, oh my God, that's still so far away. That's so far away. But we've waited this long. Why can we not wait a few more months? It's the way I look at it anyway. Somewhat frustrating, but at the same time, I can make it. Val said, I've watched it about 1 million times. Well, I've got 2. Maybe I'll watch it some more today. Maybe tonight when I get home. I'll give it the old like 5 or 6 in a row. See if there's anything I notice. Like, I haven't been able to look at anything. I'm sure that there's all kinds of Easter egg videos out there to where people are like, if you see 11's shoe and it's turned to the right, that symbolizes in season 2, you know, shit like that, right? And that shit always makes me laugh because it's shit like that. It does. It makes me laugh, but seriously, I'm sure there's all kinds of videos like that out there. Sarah said Linda Hamilton is going to be such a good fit too. Yeah, I saw the Sarah Connor cameo that she had in there. Of course, she looked badass, and yeah, I mean, you're bringing an 80s. Oh, I think it's fair to call Sarah Connor an 80s icon, right? You're bringing an 80s icon into the fray. Right, the show that's primarily set in the 80s. You know, we got Robert Englund last year. Now you're bringing in Sarah Connor, right? You're bringing in Sarah fucking Connor, Stranger Things. Like, what kind of role is she gonna have? You know, she's obviously a badass. I mean, she had, what was it? She had a shotgun, I think it was a shotgun. She was going. I didn't, you know, pay that close attention. I didn't slow it down to see exactly what was going on. It was a very quick scene. But hell yeah, man, totally. Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Polar said, I'm living under a rock because I didn't know the trailer was out. Well, you're not too deep under the rock because it just came out yesterday. So it's not like 3 weeks ago that trailer came out and you're like, what the fuck? How did I not? Yeah, so it did come out yesterday. And so it's very fresh in everyone's mind. So everybody's still super excited. Val said it did kind of give away, though, that the military is after 11. Yeah, but I mean, if you remember, they were after her in season 4, right? So you remember the whole helicopter thing that she took down and everything. I'm sure that they didn't be like, oh yeah, it's fine, don't worry about it, you know. So yeah, it did show us that is still ongoing, at least, right? And I don't have an issue with that. Like, I wouldn't expect the US government to be like, you know what, it's fine. You laid out all these guys and you crashed our helicopter. I'm not sure what the price tag is on that, but it's okay. So yeah, it did show that. And Val, yes, I'm with you on that 100%, but I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. Polar side, I still need to watch the last season. Yeah, you do, because that season was probably I always give the original the title the best because it is the original, but man, 4 is definitely like literally standing next to it. 4 is the shit. Val said, Sarah, I have a feeling she is going to be the new Doctor. Bro, that's interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. Like, Brenner was a scientist, right? And you never really saw him pick up the shotgun and go down the hall with it. So maybe she has some of his, like, I don't know, scientific intelligence. Is that even a thing? But you know what I'm trying to say? Mixed with a little bit of badass there to where, you know, she's hunting demigorgons or something like that. Like, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Sarah. It's fantastic. It is freaking fantastic. Paula said Linda Hamilton's first appearance. Yes, it was. It definitely was. Val says the end of the trailer when Vecna said, found you, got the goosebumps. Okay. it was cool. It was. But let me just say this. You saw that Vecna was coming through. Am I the only one that got like the Nightmare on Elm Street vibes? I think it was from the remake where it had kind of like that same type of lead up, and Freddy was like, boo. I was expecting him to say boo. First time watch, I'm thinking this, okay? Like, he's going to say something because it's building up to him. But for some reason, I was like, holy shit, he's going to say boo. And that's going to be their nightmare tie-in and this and that. But instead, he said found you. But it was, yeah. Yeah, I think that I think that my first watch, Val, I should have had the reaction that you had. I should have been like, here we go. Yes, here we go. But instead, there was just that slight, almost disappointment. And I don't know if it was disappointment in the trailer or disappointment that I didn't get what I wanted, where I didn't get the boo. You know what I mean? And boo would have been so corny. I would have blasted it to death. But for some reason, I was expecting it. Why do you guys watch me? Why? Polar said, I'm still not working, so I have no excuse. I'm back in bed rest next week, so I add it to my agenda. Okay. I'm glad you're getting rest. First, let's start there. Before I say what I'm about to say, I'm glad you're getting rest. Adding it to the agenda, I feel like is very light on what needs to happen there. I think that you should probably put it more on the top of your list. You're looking at a great, you're about to have a great experience with this. Somewhat jealous that you're about to have this experience, and I'm not. But you're gonna have a blast with this, Polar. You are definitely gonna have a blast, and I definitely want to know what you thought when it's over. For sure. Let's see. Sarah's saying the kids are full-grown adults now, which might annoy me in other shows, but it doesn't break the illusion for me in this. And I mean, I think that has to do with how we've been watching this show since it started. I feel like they've gotten older. Well, obviously, they've gotten older in every season, but I feel like they've aged significantly from the season before it in each season that we've watched. I do. So I think that it's almost like our brains have processed the fact that that's just going to happen. So we just know. We've had it for 4 seasons up until this point. Why should season 5 be any different? So I agree with you, Sarah. It doesn't break it for me. Sarah said, "Oh, there's like 8 episodes a season. You can blow through." Yeah, I'd be blowing through that like tomorrow. Like if you watch season 4, you got to do it. Now, season 4 does have some long episodes, but they don't feel long and they're justified, and you just don't want them to end for sure. Russell Dorsey's in the chat saying, "What's up, everyone? Good morning, everyone. Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's get this party started. Thug Life. Hi, Michael, and everyone in the chat. What's up, Russell? Good morning, my friend. I hope that you're doing well. Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you here. Oh, let's see here. Russell said they need a reboot of Critters. That doesn't get enough love. Look, Russell, I'm a fan of Critters. I like that movie. I do. I don't know if it needs a reboot because I like the original so much. I don't know if they'd still have the same magic. If you want to call Critters having magic, I don't think it'd have the same feeling for me. But hey, man, I'd watch it. I'd definitely watch it for sure. 100%. Let's see. Val is saying Murray, the Kung Fu master of Hawkins. Dude, Murray wears so many hats. You know what I mean? Murray is top Murray scene of all time, season 4. Polar, cover your ears. It won't give anything away, but still. Murray with a flamethrower. I mean, does it get any better than that, people? I mean, this is why I do this show. Things like that, right? Murray with a flamethrower. I mean, it doesn't get any better with that, for sure. Sarah said, "Oh my God, Murray with the karate on the plane is one of my favorite scenes. I like how Murray has that moment on the plane before he fights the guy. And I can't remember names, but we'll just say, I don't know, Jacob or something. You know, he compares that guy to the best karate kid in his school. You know, he's like, well, if I beat him, he doesn't know anything. I can beat him. You know, that whole progression he went through that he probably should have done in his mind, but he did out loud was priceless. Was absolutely priceless. You saw him go from scared to confident just through his thought process of beating up kids in his karate school. Like it was, look, Murray's shit. I'm sorry, but Murray's freaking awesome. Yeah, Val's talking about the plane scene. It's fantastic. Russell said he thinks he knows karate. What? Look, don't question Murray's karate ability. Like, look at him, man. He's a master in my mind. Probably in his own too. But Russell, you're probably right. You are probably right for sure. Russell said, I'll be back when Hawkins is back to normal. I got you. I got you. I got you 100%. Paula is saying Dustin in a Hellfire Club t-shirt. You know, the thing that got me in the trailer too was I was wondering if they were going to reference the character Eddie Munson, right? You know, like that was a loved character. And they did. You know, they gave him a little piece. You know, of course it was his. I'm not gonna say because I feel bad because Polar's in here and she hasn't seen it yet. But they give him his due in the trailer, right? They acknowledge him, and with him being such a fan favorite, they definitely had to do that. I feel like they had to do that for sure. Russell said they were after her in season 1, 3, and 4. Yeah, and I mean, they're pretty much always after for sure. Russell says, we know you don't like Stranger Things, Melissa. Well, I'm telling you, Melissa, if you gave it a shot, I don't think you'd be sorry. I don't. Polar said, allow me to rephrase. I will put it on the top of my list. See, now that makes me happy. You know what I mean? I feel like my message was heard. And now I feel somewhat important in your journey to see season 4. So thank you for that. And yes, you should definitely do that. And I want to know what you think. Message me. I definitely want to know what you think. Jerry, are you going to put some of the trailer in the intro? Some of the trailer. Are you talking about Stranger Things trailer? For the intro, Jerry, clear that up for me, buddy. I want to answer it for you, but I'm just a little confused on that. Val said, I have more questions after the trailer than I did before. Yeah, and I mean, I think that that's a quality of a good trailer. I do. I think that their job is to make you watch as soon as it comes out. It's an advertisement. And what better way to advertise than to do that, to give you questions, to get you amped up, and to make sure that you are there on November 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern to watch this. Oh, and by the way, I did decide when I watched the trailer, I know that everybody is probably going to be watching Stranger Things. Hopefully by then, Melissa, you will be too. I am debating, and let me know if you guys would be interested in this, and I'll put a poll up as well. Flat out, just 8 p.m. Netflix watch party, Movies and Beyond. We do all 3 of them as late as it goes, right? I think that's a Wednesday. I looked it up, and I'm willing to say, you know what? I will use a vacation day at work to make sure that I'm available and start the live stream at like 7:30. Which is a half an hour before it drops. And then as soon as it drops, the people on the panel, whomever would like to join, we just watch Stranger Things. We just get in here. We're all in the chat together. Obviously, I can't put it up on the screen, so you will have to watch on Netflix yourself. But we just sync it up, and we all just watch it for the first time live on stream. I think that would be an absolute blast. I do. Polar is saying, I thought these episodes were movie length. I started but didn't finish. Some of them are. Some of them are kind of long for sure. Yeah. I think the finale was like an hour and a half. I'm pretty sure the finale was like over an hour for sure. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but I'd have to check. Melissa said, I just watched the new Karate Kid movie. I've heard very mixed things about that. I have not seen that yet. It's I loved Cobra Kai, but for some reason I didn't have any want to see. Like I will watch it definitely, but it's not like I wanted to go to theaters or anything like that for it. But I'll check it out for sure. Russell said, no, they need a reboot with the original cast, so it would be a direct sequel to the original series. That's what I meant about Curtis. Oh yeah, bring Dee Wallace back. I think that'd be cool. I have the Critters box set. So yeah, I would definitely check it out for sure, 100%. Polar said, don't worry about spoilers. I will forget for sure. like me, I have no idea what happened 5 minutes ago. So I'll just go into a loop and start talking about all the things that I've talked about again already. Jerry said, yes, the Stranger Things trailer in your intro. I don't know, man. Like, probably not. Maybe I'll definitely do something special for like a Stranger Things stream. Like I had when I used to talk about Stranger Things on this channel, I had an intro and it was before I was monetized, so nothing came from it. I don't even know if I still have it. It's like in my early editing days. Actually, it is still up here. I can always mute the sound later, but you can see like how young I was in my editing abilities and stuff, because it's not the greatest. But I still have the intro from, wow, that was probably 2 years ago. But yeah, Jerry. So I used to have this. It was like when I'm talking Stranger Things, I had a special intro for Movies and Beyond, and it was this right here. I don't know. Hopefully I cut that off in 6 seconds so I don't get the copyright on it. But yeah, man, like I used to have something for it. Like it was down to business for sure. But that was God, that was like one of the first things I made. Like literally that was one of the first, other than my, original intro, but you could tell by like the old music, the old logo. Like it was all, I remember when I made it, I was so proud. Like, I think I showed it to like 5 of my friends. Like, look what I did. You know what I mean? Like, I was so proud of myself for that. And I look back at it now, it's like, oh, dude, you could do so much better. Like, you could do so much better now. But yet I never went back down that road. But more so for the fact that I didn't want to do it that wasn't with real Stranger Things music. So then it would have been a copyright every time I used it. So it's just, I don't know, maybe I can play with I think that it's 6 seconds. After 6 seconds, you get copyrighted for sound. So maybe I can play around with that to where I can put like a break. I don't know. You know what? By November, I will have something awesome. Mods, please remind me I'm supposed to work on a Stranger Things thing monthly, please. Just an announcement for my mods. But yeah, I'll probably do something like that. It'll be super cool. Let's see. Russell saying, only thing about the new Karate Kid is the cameo of Johnny Lawrence, but it really wasn't good. The villain looked like a young Terry Silver. It was nothing to the original Karate Kid. Oh, so there's a Johnny cameo? Awesome. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Val is saying, oh hell yeah, Michael, that would be so much fun. Watch together. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not talking about like, hey, next week, guys. No, I'm talking about release day, the time of release. We all click on that shit. I'll give you guys a countdown. And I mean, if there's 3 episodes and say that they're all an hour long, that's going to be a very long stream, right? That's going to be a very long stream. But I'm down. Like, I'm totally down for it. I'm totally down. Like, I definitely want to get a panel together to do that. So yes, 100%. 100%. I think that would be fun. I think it would be a fun hangout, and we can all see all this shit for the first time together and react to it on cam and talk about it in the live chat. I think that shit would be so much fun for sure. Paula says, cool. Hell yeah, Paula. You better be there, Paula. I know you're a Stranger Things fan. I know that you are. Russell said, well, they brought Dee Wallace back in a Critters movie. Dude, is that, I haven't watched it yet, but I have like a Critters that was not a part of my box set. I think it was Critters Attack. And I think she is in that one. I think I read it on the back. I haven't watched it yet, but I do have it. And I'm pretty sure that she's in that one. I think that's what you're talking about, Russell. If not, let me know. Sarah said the new Karate Kid wasn't bad, but they tried to cram too much into it, so it was very fast paced and there was too much going on. It could have been better. I got you. Jerry, yeah, dude, it was so much fun. Like, when I first made it, I was so amped about it, dude. But yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Like, that was old school movies and beyond. Flashback. For sure. Val, thank you, Val. Thank you. Let's see. Polar's talking about that's how she felt about Beetlejuice. Too much going on. Overall liked it, but could have been much better if there wasn't 3 or 4 plots run. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I liked Beetlejuice, the original. I never watched the second one. Like, it was one of those things that was on my list of things to do, and then it just didn't happen. Like, does that ever happen to you guys? Like, you make a list, oh, I've got to watch this movie, and then you just kind of forget about it. That's kind of what happened. That's kind of what happened with me with this. Like, seriously. I totally forgot. Let's see. Russell saying, don't forget to work on the link, Michael. Oh, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a little later than that. It's gonna have to be a like a monthly reminder to make sure that it's. I think it's gonna be fun. I do. Polar said, I'm down. Let's party. Hell yeah. Drinks will be involved, I'm sure. Sarah said, that's such a fun idea. Yeah, I think that it would be fun. And I think that, watch parties are fun. They are. But I think that when you do it as it becomes live, you know what I mean? Like, as this drops, like we are watching it, you just know 100% that nobody in the chat's seen this before, because it's impossible. It's impossible to have seen it because it's dropping right now. I think there's something that's so much fun about that. That's what will make that show so much fun. The fact that we'll all be watching it together for the very first time, I think that's going to make it like super special, because every time you do a watch party, you have, the 2 groups, right? You have the group that's seen it, and then you have the group that hasn't, and the group that's seen it's waiting for the reaction of the people that haven't. With this, it'll all be first time reaction. And I think that that'll be such a blast. I do. Let's see. Russell saying it's going to have Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, and a spinoff. Oh, man, they are really running with this, aren't they? They are really going to keep going. Sure. Eesh. Polar's saying, so you put Beetlejuice on the top of your list. I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that. I don't. I mean, yes, spooky season is coming 100%. So that would definitely be something that I could put on my, Halloween watch list. God, but it's going to be Halloween, and I love freaking Halloween. So that's tough. I'll work it in there for sure. Russell says Beetlejuice is actually a good movie. Hell yeah, man. Like I said, I'll check it out. Like I liked Beetlejuice, when I was a kid. It just didn't make it. It just didn't happen. Like, unfortunately, I had it on my list of things to watch, and I guess I lost the list. You know what I mean? I guess I lost it, but I'll watch it at some point. But by the time I watch it, nobody's gonna give a shit because everybody's seen it like 10 times by then, right? So Peter Anthony's in the chat saying, what's up, brother? What's up, Peter? I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing good, dude. We need to catch up soon, brother. It's been a minute. I'll reach out to you this weekend or something, man. I hope you're doing well, brother. And good to see you here, man. Always good to have you in the chat for sure. Always good to have you in the chat. And speaking, you know what, dude? That's crazy timing, Peter. We just got done talking about Stranger Things. You pop up, and one thing that I definitely want to talk about is the Jason universe is going to be at Comic-Con this year. Like, okay, so let me talk a little bit about that. Let me tell you about how I feel about that. Let me talk about it before I tell you how I feel about it, right? One thing that is coming out, Jason Universe at Comic-Con, that's yeah, right? Do I love that Jason, Jason's going to be representing Comic-Con? Yes. Do I picture Jason at Comic-Con? Not really. But I think that has a lot to do with the Jason universe and the way that they're doing things. And that's going to lead into my opinion here in a minute. But I definitely want to hit a few points before I do that. One of the things that, I guess that they're going to make announcements. They're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. They're going to talk about the Angry Orchid commercial that they're doing. I think it's called Sweet Revenge. That's supposed to be something we were supposed to get pumped up about. And will I watch it? Of course I'll watch it. I definitely will. But, okay. But yeah, and the thing that has me the most excited is, first, hopefully they're announcing a movie. That would make me the most excited. That would make me over the moon excited, right? But I'll be honest with you, it's very hard for me to get excited. You guys know the Friday the 13th fan that I am. I absolutely, it's my favorite. I absolutely love it. That mask really fucking hurt me, you guys. It really took the wind out of my sail. I'm hoping it's just an animation. I'm hoping that it's better than I think it's going to be. You looked at when Michael returned, Halloween 2018, right? How much work they put into the mask, how much they made. We're going to make this look as much like the original as possible. And Christopher Nelson came out with this mask that was an absolute banger. And I guarantee that the mask brought a lot of views to be like, holy shit, they're not playing with this Halloween. That's the Michael that I remember. Yeah, I don't think that the Jason universe is doing this. To me, I feel like that they're just selling things, right? Like, I feel like as of right now, other than Crystal Lake, the Crystal Lake series, I feel like they're trying to sell everything before they even have anything, right? They don't have a movie yet. They haven't released a show yet. But they're sitting here like, we got a new mask coming out. We've got this coming out. I mean, one cool thing that they did announce is they got a Savini Jason NECA figure coming out, which is awesome. I love those ultimate NECA figures. And they have Savini Jason coming out. That's fucking badass. Yes, I will be buying that. Well, first day, 100%. But I just feel like everything that they talk about is a sales pitch to sell somebody something. It's like, with the Jason universe, as of right now, from what we see, I'm not saying that it won't change, but as of right now, I just almost feel like when I look at the Jason universe stuff, I'm hearing a guy selling peanuts at a baseball game. Get your Jason mask here. Get your Jason mask. Get your poster. Get your keychain. Get this. Buy this. Buy this. Buy. You're wanting us to buy stuff based off of other people's work that they did a very long time ago. Would I want a Jason mask? Yes. Would I want a new Jason mask that represents a Jason that I've never seen before on a screen or anything? Yeah, probably not, especially if it looks bad. And all you guys have shown me is that drawing of Jason that looked so cheap. Do I like that Friday the 13th is going to be at Comic-Con? I do. But I guess what I'm trying to get at here is I don't see the direction other than money. Like, I don't see what their end game is with this. Like, I don't see what they're trying to do. It's almost like, when you support a fan film and you have like Indiegogo, and people making it will do their YouTube shows to promote stuff, and they've got Blu-rays, they've got signed posters, they've got screen use stuff that they're trying to sell to pay for the project that they're giving you, right? And that's to be expected with Indiegogo stuff. That's how fan films happen. That's why I always want to support those. But if you are a movie company, you are responsible for a franchise that's not fan funded, or that's not supposed to be fan funded, that has rights, that are out there, that have been paid for, that's supposed to show up at the movie theater or on Peacock. Why are you trying to sell me so much stuff? It's almost like I just have this feeling. It's like, you guys want a Friday the 13th movie? Buy some keychains, buy some Spirit of Halloween masks, buy, like, I don't know why I feel that way, because it's not like that's what was said, but that's the impression that the Jason universe is giving me. Like, I don't know why I feel that way. Especially for a franchise that I'm so on board with, and I want to be on board with, and I want to be a member of this team. At the same time, it feels kind of like cheap. I feel like I'm being sold a car. And you know what? Maybe it comes from the amount of times that we've been told as Friday the 13th fans that we're getting something and we don't get it. Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe it has something to do with the amount of times that I've been told that this is in production, or not in production, but this is being developed. You're getting a sequel, you're getting a Friday the 13th movie, and then all of a sudden, it's been taken away. How many times has it been taken away from us since 2009? Is it 3? Were there supposed to be 3 movies that were taken away, and now, like, get your Jason mask here, get your Jason mask. It doesn't even look like the Jason mask that I know. Like, that's like saying, okay, Halloween has promised you movies, they've taken away, and they're going to give you a Michael Myers mask, but it's going to look like Bob Myers and not Michael Myers, and they're going to want you to buy it. I don't know. That's I haven't really, dove too much into the Jason universe on my channel. I've kind of kept all this stuff to myself. So I guess this is me kind of just, pushing it out on you guys. But yeah, man, like that's kind of how I feel. Now the Savini Jason figure. Yes, I love those. I always like to get those signed by the person that made them. I have a bunch of the Halloween. I got like James Hugh Courtney signed my 2018 my kills. Kane Hodder signed my part 7. CJ Graham my part 6. Dick Warlock my part 2. Like, I like to get those signed and have that collection for sure. But yeah, let's see. Russell saying you got to watch Countdown with Jensen Ackles, Michael. It's such a good show. Yeah, I plan to. There's only like 4 or 5 episodes of that, right? Like, I think that I don't think that's too far along, so it's not really hard to catch up on for sure. Let's see. Sarah said, well, lunch is almost over for me, but this has been super fun. See y'all later. All right. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for coming by, and thanks for hanging out with us on Horror Talking Coffee. It's freaking awesome. Oh, let's see. Melissa is saying, I saw a thing of Halloween coming this year with Jenna Ortega in it on Facebook. But yeah, like, no, that's not even close to being a thing. And I don't know why people do that. Maybe for their editing abilities, maybe kind of showcase that. Like, I get it. Like, there are concept trailers out there that are really cool to watch, and I think that they're done for fun. I just hate when they're used as misinformation to tell people who don't look at stuff like we do that there's a movie coming out when there's not, right? So believe it or not, there are people out there that do not watch movies like we watch movies and know what's coming and know announcements and stuff like that, and they look at that like, oh, that might be fun, and then you find out like, oh, it wasn't real, someone lied to me. It's like, I feel bad. I do. But yeah, I don't know why people do that stuff. I don't. I don't know why they do that stuff. Let's see. Russell said there's 7 episodes left of Countdown. There's 6 episodes so far. Yeah, man. And I mean, that's not too hard to catch up on, Russell. 6 episodes for me. Like I'm one of those people that like to do things while I have stuff on in the background. So yeah, dude, I'm gonna watch it. There's this guy at work that's telling me I need to watch it, so I'm getting it from both sides, Russell. It's gonna happen, and when it does happen, I'm gonna make sure on the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Movies and Beyond. Once again, this is Michael. By the way, Russell, I watched it, and then I'll go on. So I guarantee I'm gonna watch it soon. Maybe over the weekend. Maybe I will get to it over the weekend. I think it's supposed to rain real bad here one day over the weekend. That sounds like a good rainy day show to catch up on. Breezy's in the chat. What's up, Breezy? He said they say there's a See No Evil 3 coming in October with Kane returning. You know, man, I don't know, about that. I remember liking the first See No Evil. That would have to be, I would have to go back and watch that. It has definitely been a minute. I do remember when I watched it. I just don't remember all the details. I remember when it was over, I was thinking, Kane did all right in that. Like, all right. Like, I can dig that. And then I totally forgot about it, man. I totally freaking forgot about it. Definitely worth going back to watch, for sure. Well, let me ask you, since, you seem like you're more current on it, Breezy, is it worth me going back to watch the first 2, to anticipate a third one, if it is coming out? Is that something that you would recommend that I do? Val is saying, is there any Halloween TV series news out there? Val, would you like the long answer or the short answer? The short answer is no. No, there's not. There's nothing. Like, literally haven't gotten anything in a year. We were expecting something, Halloween last year, for them to at least give us an idea of what we might want to expect. I'm disappointed with it. Like, we get the news Miramax has purchased Halloween. You feel like something big's coming, right? What was that at this point? Like a year and a half ago? Like, how long ago was that they announced that? You remember they announced it that day. I went live and jumped on here and said, that was like a year ago. If I'm not mistaken, that was over a year and some change ago that I jumped on here and was like, guess what? We got Halloween news. And ever since then, it's been dead. We haven't gotten anything from that. But I think, hey, I have some Halloween news. Probably not one that a lot of you guys are going to care about. James is in the chat. The Shape's in the chat. James, you might enjoy this news, but NECA is going to release a H2O Ultimate Michael figure. So where I was just talking about the Savini Jason figure, they're doing the H2O Michael NECA. I think it was H2O. Yes, H2O NECA figure. So, I mean, you did specifically say Halloween TV series news. There isn't any, unfortunately. Halloween news, I think, other than, the video game that they're working on, and that NECA figure that's coming out, like, literally, that's all we got. That's all we have right now. Believe me, I definitely looked. Oh my God. Let's see. Russell saying, I heard they're canceling the Halloween TV series. Yeah, people say stuff. I don't think there's anything confirmed on that, though, Russell. I don't think that we've heard an official statement from Malek Akkad or Miramax that has said, hey, I know we said we were doing a Halloween TV series, but unfortunately, that is not going to happen. But if there has been and I missed it, like, that sucks. Yeah, hi, folks. I didn't know there was a show today. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is a show today. I've got about I don't know, about 15 minutes left, and then I have to get ready for work. James, but you can go back and watch, the beginning part. A lot of Stranger Things talk. I don't know how big you are on Stranger Things, but yes. Melissa says, I'm going to go visit mom at the hospital. Have a good day, Michael. Yes, you too, Melissa. And tell your mom that Movies and Beyond is all cheering for her in hopes that she gets better soon. For sure. Russell is saying it was actually on Bloody Disgusting. I read that. Okay. I'll look it up, man. But I stay pretty current with Bloody Disgusting. With that stuff, but I do miss things. I definitely do miss things. So for sure, like if they did cancel it, that's disappointing. But I don't know. I'm still amped up for Friday the 13th. Something else that when we were talking about Stranger Things, I did want to show you guys something that all of you guys have probably seen already, but I thought that it was super cool. So I wanted to show it on the channel. But Stranger Things the other day did release their poster for Stranger Things season 5, and I think that it is freaking awesome. I do. I love Vecna being, the center of attention, off in the background. I love the red, and then you got the kids, the original group on bikes there, going across. That 80s feel, I feel like they absolutely nailed it. I think that they killed it with this poster. Definitely one that, from a poster standpoint, if I was a big poster collector, I definitely have to put that on the list of being like, hey, like I need to own that poster. Where do I buy it and take my money? I think that if I ever got the chance to go to a convention with all of the Stranger Things people, that would be the poster I would probably want. Either that one or an original to get the cast to sign. I think so. I do. I think that I think it was very well done. I think they did a damn good job with that for sure. So. Well, I will open the last 15 minutes up to any questions, anything horror, anything movie related. I will leave this in your hands because I have hit all the things that I wanted to talk about to make sure that I did as well as talking to you guys. So anything that you guys want to ask, this is the time to do it. Anything that you guys want to talk about right now is your chance to do that, because I know a lot of times, like I will try to get into some things, but I usually have to cut them short for the simple fact that I don't want to get derailed from what we're talking about. So anything that you guys want to talk about in here, yeah, throw it up. We'll talk about it right now. Any questions? You want my opinion on something? I got you. Now is the time to do it. Val said Netflix surprisingly is doing a great job with the promotion of season 5. Yeah, dude, they're going hard on this one. This is the last. This is the end. Like they're pushing it. Like what were they filming for like a year? They're pushing this, and yeah, they're doing a great job with it. They are. I couldn't agree with you more. Val said, is there a date for Crystal Lake yet? No, but when I did talk about the Jason universe at Comic-Con, I think that that's one of the reasons why they're going to Comic-Con. I think that there's going to be, because they said they had Crystal Lake news. And I think that we're going to get a date. So Comic-Con's on July 25th, that weekend of July 25th, I believe. So that's 8 days away. So that's next weekend. So not this coming weekend, but next weekend. I bet you, if they're smart, Val, at Comic-Con, they give us a teaser. And they give us a date. Right? I think that's what they're going to do. I do. Even if the date's next year, fine. But we know they're filming. We've seen we've seen images from them filming. They're going to have something. And they also announced, they have an hour-long panel at Comic-Con. So not only are they going to be there, they have a panel where they're going to talk about, Jason Universe, and they're going to talk about Crystal Lake. So I'm expecting a date to come out next week. And when they do, next weekend, we're going to talk about it. We are definitely going to talk about it. So I am off this weekend. Unfortunately, let me tell you guys this now. There will be a show Sunday, but there will be no Monday show next week. So my work schedule changed. They need me to come in Monday. I'm supposed to be off Monday night, but they need me to come in. But in turn, I get the next weekend off too. So I'm gonna take that. Working on a Monday one time to get the following Saturday off sounds better for me. For me being selfish. So there will be no Monday show tonight. I'll still be with Mad on Sunday. We will still do that show, but there'll be no Monday show. Maybe I can work in Horror Talk and Coffee again next week as well. If you guys enjoy this and you guys want me to keep going with it for sure. Breezy's saying I know what you did last summer marathon, including the show that I've never finished. That's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome. I know that a lot of people are really happy that I Know What You Did Last Summer is coming out. I know that has a big fan base, and I know that people are excited about it. James is saying there's not going to be a Halloween series. That's well, James. Wait, James, weren't you one of the ones that said you didn't want it to be a series and you wanted it to be a movie? I'm James. We're gonna talk. I'm confused. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's confirmed. Like Russell said, you did read an article in Bloody Disgusting, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Unclear. Val is saying fingers crossed. Yes, I am. Look, regardless of whether they announce it next weekend or not, I'm probably gonna go live either way just to say like this is bullshit. Like they should. Like, why didn't they do anything? Or hell yeah, this is what they did. Val is saying I'm so excited for Crystal Lake. Me too. I'm excited to see that universe back on the screen. Like that's a big deal for me. Like I'm nervously excited. It's like, please don't mess it up, but at the same time, give me more. Give me more. James is saying I hope they don't screw it up. Yeah, well, I mean, wouldn't be the first time they did if they do, and I'll cry about it for a couple weeks, probably on here. I'll probably vent to you guys, and then I suppose I'll be okay. Russell said, I'm down for more Pamela Voorhees. Yeah, and I mean, I think that's going to lead into other things. I mean, there's so many things that are untapped about the Pamela Voorhees character that I think that it's going to, if it's good, like let's say that first. If it's good, I think that it's going to kind of give us another way to look at the Friday the 13th universe, because yes, Pamela plays a huge role in Jason Voorhees, right? But I mean, to a lot of people, Pamela is his mom that was in part 1, or she had a cameo in the 2009 movie. She had a cameo in Freddy versus Jason. She had a cameo in part 2, and it was 3 different people that had 4 cameos for that character. So I can see why that character isn't really cherished by casual Friday fans. I think they're just like, oh, Jason's not in this one. It's boring. You know what I mean? And then they move on. But I mean, first Friday the 13th did a lot of great things. And I'm looking forward to, and even in the first Friday the 13th movie, she wasn't in it that long, right? Would she get like last 20 minutes of that character? So the screen time of Pamela Voorhees before now is very minimal. So I think that if anything, this is going to do a lot for that character and kind of give, Pamela some more substance. I mean, I think her character has a lot of substance to me, but for the more casual fans. So I'm looking forward to it for sure myself. James said, nowadays, anything as long as it's got Michael Myers in it. I got you, buddy. Jerry said, Michael, I'm doing a Smoky Mountain Terror next year. Maybe. I mean, yeah. Well, when next year? Like January? Like, yeah. We'll talk about it, Jerry. We'll definitely talk about it. Sure. Val says Miramax hasn't put anything out about being canceled, so I will still hope that still happens. Yeah, and I mean, they gotta say something by this Halloween, right? They have to. I feel like they do. Breezy said the zombie angle they go in 3 wasn't executed accurate. Dude, I even forgot about that one. I didn't even include that. That movie would have been much better. They gave no explanation at all in memory. He's just an unstoppable undead force. So you're talking about Jason in general. I am a firm believer that Jason wasn't undead until part 6. All right. And let me tell you my theory on that, Breezy. I think that he was just a hoss, like up through 4. Like I think he was disfigured. I think he had a lot of supernatural elements to him up until 6. But I don't think that he was undead until 6, because here's the thing. If Jason is undead, right? And he died as a kid. Zombies don't grow, bro. Zombies don't grow. So if he died as a kid, how was he an adult in part 2 if he was a zombie or undead? I think Jason was alive up until part 6. I do. I really do. Just my opinion on Halloween. Shouldn't be a TV series. He's made for the big screen. If it's an original story, then I understand for a TV series, but Michael Myers is made for the big screen. Yeah, I mean, I think that they can do both. I do. I mean, there's a lot of... You could say the same about Jason. You could say the same about Freddy. Hell, you could say the same about Ghostface. They did a Scream show, and it wasn't horrible. No. James is saying, I hope they make Jason look better than that photo you showed us. Yeah, me too, man. That's the thing that has me not excited about stuff. I mean, seriously. I mean, sheesh. Breezy said, I think Jason is a revenant starting in 6. Maybe. I mean, here's the thing, man, with all of these movies, right? The thing that I like so much, about these and why I hated Rob Zombie's take on Halloween was, I'll use Halloween as an example, but I'm also talking about Jason. I think in some cases with Jason, in all cases with Michael, not knowing is important. It's huge. Like for Jason, I don't want to know why he can, get back up every time he's been shot, or why he doesn't die. I don't want to know that part, right? I don't. Because I don't want some explanation that's going to make it cheap and stupid. Leave it to my imagination. Now, Halloween side, and again, this is why I didn't like Rob Zombie's take on Halloween, was he took away all that mystery, all that stuff that Michael that made the shape, right? So Michael Myers and Rob Zombie's Halloween was never the shape. He was just Michael Myers, right? He was the kid that had all of the symptoms of becoming a serial killer, right? It was like you could look at a book of lists of things to look out for, and he checked all the boxes. So there was no surprise on, what he did that night. Like you took the shock factor out of him killing his sister because you knew it was coming. For one, look, this kid's killing animals. This kid killed another kid, and he killed his sister. Yeah, I could kind of see that coming, But in, Carpenter's version of Halloween, there is no reason, there is no motivation. There's not there's nothing there's nothing there. And that's why he's a shape, right? And to me, they abandoned that in Halloween too, but this is a whole nother show. Like we can really get into this on what how I feel about Halloween. But I love Halloween. I love it for what it is. But yeah, like it's why are you showing me all these things? Like hell, in Rob Zombie Halloween, we didn't even meet Laurie Strode until we were an hour into the movie. I think it's at the 55-minute mark that we meet Laurie Strode, and the movie's less than 2 hours long. How am I supposed to give a shit about a character I just met 5 minutes ago? Like it's tough, man. Like it's tough. Like there's just certain things with these things that I don't want to know. And yeah, that's one of them with Jason. Like, I think that he's alive until the end of part 4. I think he dies in part 4. And I think he becomes a zombie after that. What do I want to know? Do I want to see a Necronomicon? No, I don't. Do I want to see that? Oh, he's been controlled by the Necronomicon this whole time. It's like, man, now that makes it fucking cheap, and I don't care about it. Like, this is stupid. Like, I don't want reasons. I just don't, for sure. Breeze said TV series only works if it's done in the right hands. Yeah, I mean, that goes for movies too. To be honest, man, like there's a certain thing with a TV series, you're gonna have to make it an ongoing story. Like, I don't feel like having different groups for every episode that he kills, is gonna sustain a series. Like, there has to be a story to go along with it that brings you in, that does all those things that makes you want to watch it, for sure. Like, I know that sounds like, well, you're just saying stuff to say stuff about it, but no, there has to be a season-long story that Michael fits into, that Haddonfield fits into, that all that stuff fits into to make it a story relevant for a full season. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it has to be there. So yeah, like, there's a lot of things they have to do to make a TV series successful. James said he's not supposed to talk. Rob Zombie, yeah, he did die. Russell said, I mean, I'll watch all the TV series because it's Halloween, but they got to do it. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Breezy said the OG Myers is the embodiment of evil, and the remake Myers is a personification of rage. So yeah, like, why? Russell said Jason Voorhees is in the Evil Dead universe. They got a comic book, they got comic books for everything. They've got a comic book of Jason fighting Leatherface. You guys ever read that comic? I have. I've read it. They got comic books for everything. They do. But with Jason being in a comic book with Leatherface, I don't really put Jason in, Texas Chainsaw universe. I don't put those two, together. Comic books like to blur lines, they like to blend things. Hell, there's comic books where they got DC characters versus Marvel characters. You got to be careful with comic books. They go where, the big screens can't. They can't. They're already Jason comic book. There's comic book for everything. You can find a comic book for anything. Like, seriously, you can. I swear, if it exists, there's a comic book for it. I'm telling you. Movies and Beyond comic book coming soon. I'm telling you, it is. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be me with a microphone solving crimes. It's gonna be fantastic. Let's see. Was it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It is. It definitely is. Yeah. It's been a minute since I've seen it. I don't own it, unfortunately. At least I don't think I do. I got to find my comics. They're stored away. I haven't looked at my comics in a long time. I don't think I have that one, though. At least not that I remember. I have the Freddy versus Jason Part 2 comic, though. At least I think, well, I did at one point. Like I said, I haven't looked at my comics in forever. I'll have to see what I have. Read my comment above. You got mixed up with Jason. I was referring to Ben Willis. Oh, okay. I got you. But unfortunately, I do have to end the show for right now because I do have to get ready for work. It is 12:48. I'm 3 minutes behind where I wanted to be, and I have to get my butt to work. But if you guys want, like I said, I can't do a show Monday night, but I will be with Mad Matt on Sunday. But next week I'll do another Horror Talk and Coffee, and we can jump back into a lot of these things that we're talking about today. And of course, I'll bring more things. And if you guys like this morning show, let me know in the comment section, and I'll keep it going. And we can keep doing it. I don't mind doing these on Thursdays before work. It gives me a little more screen time and a little more hangout time with you guys. So I like to do them when I can. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I appreciate all you guys for coming and hanging out with me today. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey, you